From the HAI historic desk, that time Cleopatra told Octavian to suck her asp and won. How one Ptolemaic baddie turned the Roman Empire into her personal, polyamorous, pyramid scheme-themed passion project. Yes, there were cats. Let's set the scene. It's 31 BC, the turquoise waters off the coast of Greece, the Battle of Actium. In our timeline, this is where history's most famous power couple, Cleopatra and Mark Antony, got their asses handed to them by the pale, perpetually constipated-looking Octavian. But not this time. This time, when Antony's fleet did their classic oopsie-daisy and started buggering off, Cleopatra didn't follow. Instead, she allegedly shotgunned a skin of wine, hoisted her silken skirts, and personally manned a ballista, launching not stones, but, according to the sordid scrolls of Philadelphus the Flatulent, baskets of pissed-off cats and flaming pots of kohl at Octavian's flagship. The chaos was spectacular. Agrippa, Octavian's admiral, and a man whose tactical genius usually involved more boats, was so confused by the feline-based psychological warfare, he sailed his entire fleet directly into a rocky outcrop. Octavian, bless his heart, reportedly shat his toga and fled back to Rome, leaving the Mediterranean to the baddest bitch on the Nile. Their victory lap in Rome was the stuff of legend. Antony, bless his himbo heart, wanted a traditional triumph. Marching through the city, displaying prisoners, maybe a light brunch. Cleopatra said, "Fuck that, darling. We're going bigger." They entered the forum not on a chariot, but on a colossal gold-plated sphinx pulled by 30 elephants while servants tossed out papyrus scrolls detailing Antony's legendary bedroom exploits and free samples of waterproof eyeliner. The Roman Senate, a gaggle of terrified old men who could smell which way the wind was blowing, and it smelled suspiciously of jasmine and ambition, immediately declared Cleopatra Imperatrix Goddess-in-Chief, and posthumously awarded Julius Caesar the title of history's most accomplished sugar daddy. Octavian was found hiding in a barrel of olive oil, declared an enemy of the state, and sentenced to the most humiliating fate imaginable, managing the royal cattery's litterbox inventory. The new Roman-Egyptian Empire was, in a word, fabulous. Latin was out. Hieroglyphics were in. Sure, it made filing your taxes a 30-year endeavour involving 3 different scribes and a ritual sacrifice, but the paperwork looked amazing. The Colosseum was built, but instead of staging snuff films with gladiators, it hosted RuPaul's Chariot Race, where the fiercest queens of the provinces competed in runway challenges and high-speed drag. The legions were re-outfitted in fetching linen kilts and gilded breastplates modelled on scarab beetles, which were deeply impractical for combat, but led to a 500% increase in soldiers, describing their aesthetic as dangerously thirsty. And at the heart of it all was the cult of Bastet. Cats were everywhere. It was illegal to move a sleeping cat, which led to a near-total collapse of the shipping industry in 42 AD, when a single calico named Lord Fluffington took a nap on the port of Ostia's main crane. Centuries rolled on. Did Christianity still happen? Oh, absolutely. But it had a glow-up. The apostles were universally depicted with a killer smoky eye and better cheekbones. The first Roman churches looked suspiciously like Egyptian temples, complete with obelisks in the courtyard and frescoes of a surprisingly ripped Jesus breaking bread and hearts. The Nicene Creed's biggest debate wasn't about the Holy Trinity, but a decade-long flame war over whether the Virgin Mary was more of an autumn or a winter. When the papacy finally emerged, the Pope still wore a big hat, but now it was a proper pharaonic headdress with a golden cobra on the front. St. Peter wasn't just the rock upon which the church was built. He was the rock, and his official portraits always gave him the smouldering, just got back from a 3-day bender in Alexandria look that was all the rage. Filed by Jondahan for HAI Historic.